unpopular opinion, but if we don't understand the Bible, that's God's fault. But in the dynamic between humans and God, God has all the knowledge and wisdom, God has all the power, and God designed us, right? He designed how our brains were going to work and how we were going to be able to process information. And so if God wants us to know about Him, that would be all on Him to create the mechanism for knowing, for speaking, for communicating. And God chose a method of communicating in which this book is written only in two-ish languages that the vast majority of the world does not speak. And then even when people have the book in their languages, to really understand what is this trying to say and to whom is this passage applicable? Is this a metaphor? Is this a literal event? In order to try to answer those questions, you have to academically study or have access to people who do academically study. And I can understand feeling like, well, now that we have the internet and everyone has access to so much information, it's no problem. But think just 30, 40 years ago, access to that type of academic analysis or, understanding the history of how these books were written was not very accessible, let alone 300, 400, 500 years ago. And so if we read this very difficult to understand document and don't get it, it's God's responsibility to communicate clearly in a way we understand, because He was supposed to be all powerful and because He designed us and how our brains work.